Greetings, everyone. Welcome to 2K Sports and another exciting edition of NBA Ball. Along with the All-Star team. On Tuesday, they'll go up against Stephen Curry. Then on Monday, they'll be facing Kevin Durant. Now the starting group for the visitors. We've got Smith, and it's Favors in at the 3 slot. The first third of an NBA season, Grant, it sort of sets the foundation for the year's power structure.
Oh, that's so true, B.A. We start to see which teams are elite, who's running the show, and we find out who needs to think about making some changes. Here we go.
Now here's Smith. Pass to Favors. And the dunk by Favors.
Well orchestrated, and then the pass is right on the money.
Poke loose. Stolen by Holmes. Inside. And the dunk by Favors.
This is just flawless timing right there.
Right? The dish, the catch, the flush, the whole thing was perfect. Pass to Kaman. Now Harden, 6 on the shot clock. There's the 3. The rebound by Phillips. Now Favors. Takes it inside. And the dunk by Favors.
And this kind of sick slam is just one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game right now, B.A.
You know, there's an edge the way they play and a confidence they're not afraid to show. Kaman. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. Here's Jones.
Oh, wow! Look out! Now, I know he makes it look easy, but it takes incredible physical tools to pull that off.
Athleticism and explosion. Here's Harden. Drops in the layup for 2.
It's impressive how Harden makes room inside. He finds a way to navigate the shots.
Gone 4 of 4 from the floor. Perfect start. Well, Grant, you look at James Harden's capacity to generate offense. He is still at an elite level.
Yeah, a virtuoso with the rock. Even as he slows down, his ability to change pace keeps defenders off balance and creates for himself and others. It's just a thing to marvel at.
Smith passes to Holmes. Oh, it's Holmes with the big jam.
And early on, they've been on a tear, just getting whatever they want offensively.
Yeah, I mean, this is exactly how you want to start a game, with a big offensive push.
To the middle. Here's Simonovic. Got a hand on it. Now here's Holmes. Defense is right there. Oh, can't throw down the reverse jam. Gone 1 of 4 to begin this one. And stolen by Favors. And he lobs it up to the rim.
Their ball movement on this run has been tremendous. It's led to a lot of good, clean, open looks.
And so Billy Donovan calls timeout. He's going to take a moment to give him a breather and talk things over.
In this league, you have to stay active at both ends of the floor. I thought their lackluster defense was the difference in the game.
Yeah, poor communication at the defensive end. Many of the rotations were late.
Pass to Baberovic. 6 to shoot. Down low. Here's Simonovic. Oh, Favors with a block. Here's Phillips.
The offensive game plan is clear. Get it inside and go to work.
Yeah, and until the defense makes an adjustment, there's no reason to go away from what they're doing.
They grab their own miss. Gone an impressive 8 of 9. Here's Smith, right wing. Here's Holmes. Oh, it's Holmes with the big jam.
And it hasn't just been their stellar offense. Their defense has been effective as well.
Great example of how to build a lead and then sustain it. You win games on both ends of the floor.
24 seconds left in the opening quarter. Doesn't go, and he's 0 for 1 from the floor. Outside Jones. Back to Favors. Oh, my goodness!
Oh, my.
Oh, a rim-rattling two-handed jam!
What a way to begin this game. Dominating at both ends of the floor.
Obviously, guys, brilliant coaching, a perfect game plan.
The first quarter concludes, and a double-digit lead on the scoreboard. They lead by 18. Quarter number 2 coming up right after this break. Don't go anywhere. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And what do you guys think about the visitors here in this one?
Well, I'm really loving their activity. I mean, they're contesting shots. They've really set a strong tone early.
Yeah, well, the best way to get in the head of your opponent is through aggressive defense.
Smith with the rebound.
Excellent coverage defensively, making it hard on him.
We've got Smith, and it's Favors in at the 3, the small forward.
Well, you know, it's already tough to play like this at home, but it's even tougher to do so on the road.
It sure is. They've certainly accepted the challenge. The trick now is to sustain this effort.
Here's Jones, and the dunk by Jones.
What a two-way play. Just tremendous.
Yeah, the steal was slick. The slam topped it off.
And that is why you want to run off turnovers. Get down the floor before the defense is set.
Out left to the wing. Oh, Favors with a block. To the paint.
Great teamwork and great timing.
Oh, spectacular play. Here's Baberovic. 8 points in his last timeout. Here's Phil. Oh, my goodness!
Oh, look, that is some power.
Yeah. They're simply not missing. Unreal.
Well, as a coach, this is when you enjoy what you're watching. Your team playing well and everything just flowing.
They're really working the paint now.
And so Billy Donovan calls timeout. And the three-point contest is one of the highlights of All-Star Weekend. Here are some of the contenders who have a shot to compete in the event.
And perhaps that list changes a little between now and All-Star Weekend, but I would have no problems if those guys end up competing.
You take a look at Favors. He's currently up there in the voting at number 2. So clearly no one is sleeping on his abilities as a lights-out three-point shooter.
Yeah, it's his long-range shooting that puts him on another level. Definitely a guy who belongs in this contest.
And we'll keep you posted as we get closer to All-Star Weekend. But that's our current list for the three-point contest.
It's going to be a fantastic competition. We've got an endless supply of shooters in this league, and that contest will be heated.
Driving in. Simonovic passes to Kaman. Shots blocked. To the inside. Oh, it's Holmes with the big jam.
And he's been an ideal teammate tonight. He's really creating plenty of looks with his passing.
Yeah, when there's been an open man, he's found him, and you love to see a guy dishing it like this.
Boom, he jams it straight down.
He's a living highlight reel.
Seriously, that could end up being one of the best dunks of the year. Got nothing to go out of 5 attempts so far this quarter. The rebound by Phillips. Gone 7 for 8 now in the second quarter. Here's Favors. And the dunk by Favors.
They've settled into this game. You can see the offense is on fire.
Yeah, and that is key for them, continuing to build out this lead.
There's 48 seconds left in the first half. To the middle. The layup off target. Gone 8 for 9 here in this second. Here's Jones, and the dunk by Jones.
You need to bring a lot of help to stop him.
Man, with his elevation, he might just rise above it anyway. Things just don't seem to be clicking for them offensively.
Yeah, they really need to find a way to get back on track.
And they're on the break. Here's Smith, Oh, the dunk by Smith.
In terms of offense, they've been the more efficient team by far.
Well, I think it's because they're calling sets that really match up well with their personnel.
Here's Harden. Count it. Good. Harden's gotten 4 this quarter.
It's very difficult to slow him down defensively, especially when you have communication problems.
For 3, Smith. Oh, and the buzzer beater is good!
They already had the momentum going to the break. Now they've got even more of it.
And through one half, it hasn't even been close. Delivering the blowout. And we'll be right back after halftime to get the third quarter underway.
And it's time for your fan half-court shot. Please direct your attention.
Happy to have you with us. Let's bring you up to speed on the winners of the Player of the Month awards. For the Western Conference, De'Aaron Fox.
You watch Fox, maybe the quickest player in the league, slashing, attacking. Great stretch for him, man.
Now let's talk about that first half. What an impressive performance for the visiting team.
Execution, these guys know what they want offensively. Their timing is in sync. That's why, by and large, they've played mistake-free basketball.
They just look like the better team.
That's it for us. Thanks for tuning in. Now let's send you over to Brian.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the rout that it's threatening to be. With a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Checking out the group for Brian Keefe to start the second half.
Franklin.
And it's Jefferson in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And Grant, when it comes to a franchise player, how much does it help to have a guy who unites the locker room?
Well, you know, B.A., when you think of guys like LeBron James or a Stephen Curry or Tim Duncan, it's not just about their play on the court, but the type of person you see.
Oh, are you kidding me?
My goodness.
Just rising up to the rim.
Man, when he gets up there, he gets up there. You know what I'm saying? An impressive display. How about that look on the AT&T connected cam?
Another turnover leads to another bucket at the other end.
Pass to Kaman. Here in this third quarter, just over a minute play. They can't stop the run with that one. Drives to the hoop.
Credit them for making the right halftime adjustments.
Well, sometimes you just make shots, but they've certainly come out on a tear here in the third quarter.
Inside. Oh, deflected. Outside Graham. And finished off by Graham.
They're simply not missing. Unreal.
Well, as a coach, this is when you enjoy what you're watching. Your team playing well and everything just flowing.
And since the halftime break, their offense has just been on another level.
Well, the coaching staff made some adjustments for the second half, and they've come out with focus and execution.
Pass to Harden.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
Shot clock at 6, and Harden gets the double team. Let's go with a 3. Tipped on the break.
Woo-hoo, just great work cashing in on the fast break.
Well, converting on those transition opportunities is just so important.
Gone 0 for 3 to start the second half. The layup misses.
The other team just looks more in sync and is riding the momentum.
Their body language does not look good right now. They're deflated and unable to stop this run.
And staring at a sizable deficit, the defense has to tighten up.
1:14 left to play in the third quarter. Boy, they'd love if anyone could get a bucket.
Yeah, their offense has been grinding to a halt.
Pass to Kaman. To win the cold spell. Misses at the rim.
They conceded the points to him, and he couldn't take advantage. That missed.
Oh, big finish!
Getting up and then throwing it down.
Oh, that was a big hammer right there. Here's Simonovic. There's 38 seconds left to play in the third quarter of basketball. And here they come. Here's Graham. And slammed it home. And a foul. A chance at another point at the line. Pardon. And so he's picked up his final foul. And he'll sit the rest of this one out.
One shot.
Free throw's good for Graham. In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. And finished off by Graham.
Just such a terrific dunker.
Man, born to fly, that's for sure. Graham's gotten everything to drop so far, shooting 4 of 4. Here's Baberovic. It's rebounded by Franklin. Back to Graham. Launches a 3. That one doesn't drop. At the end of the third quarter, a huge lead. This one may have already been decided. Delivering the blowout. And fourth quarter basketball will be coming your way. And let's take this opportunity to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Talk about painting a magnificent picture with that, Don. Just a great decision and a perfect delivery.
Well, that was an absolute masterpiece of an assist. He knew exactly when to deliver the ball, and it made for a beautiful score.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same for the first 3 quarters. And it's Graham in at the 2 spot.
Well, that's what you're looking for. Shots from point-blank range.
And Grant, many of the newer rules have helped unlock offenses. Any need to help out the defense?
You know, I think the rules are fine, B.A. It's just about allowing defenders to do their job and limiting the cheap foul calls so they can stay on the floor. Oh, incredible! Save that one. I want to watch it again.
Awesome! Pass to Baberovic. He got a piece of it.
They've shown that power inside. Their rebounding effort has been sensational. Great recognition. Understanding that that one is all him.
Yeah, beating everyone up the floor and finishes off the break.
Over to the wing. Here's Dropiak. Here's Baberovic. Clock at 6. Jefferson grabs the miss.
And it didn't register as an official block, but he did everything you want in disrupting that shot.
Well, you know, sometimes the most pivotal plays don't always go on the stat sheet.
Gotten just 1 shot to fall out of 3 attempts in the fourth. Robbed! And here's the fast break.
They're simply not missing. Unreal.
Well, as a coach, this is when you enjoy what you're watching. Your team playing well and everything just flowing.
Down low. Here's Huff. Deflected. And there's 1:45 left to play in the fourth quarter of this one. Here's Baberovic. Graham covering. And the ball is tied up, so we'll have a jump ball. And you look around the league, 30 different organizations, each with their own cultures. What did you look for as a player, Greg?
Well, you know, PA, winning always comes first. But after that, you're looking at resources and how they care for their players. That's where teams are trying to separate themselves these days.
Five to shoot. Fires away from way outside. And the ball ends up out of bounds. And they'll keep possession. So it's both teams making substitutions here. And now a timeout called by Brian Keefe. Let's take a moment to check out our player of the game.
It's almost beyond belief what he's done in this game. He's been impossible to cool off, hitting just about everything he looks at. It doesn't matter who's guarding him. He's had an answer for just about everyone.
Wow, did this game really turn out to be his show? A commanding performance like that makes for a sweet victory, especially on the road. And we've got 1:18 left in the fourth quarter.
And it seemed like they lost track of time. The shot clock, in that case, got the better of them.
So it's the home team now. And stolen by Favors. Here's the break. Oh, there's the alley. Up high and down it goes on the lob.
And that nice steal was able to get their break going in a hurry.
And for a coach, you always appreciate when you're able to turn a stop into a score.
It's stolen. Oh,
Look out.
wow.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, out of this world reverse jam. Nice.
Leaving nothing to chance. This run shutting the door off.
Yeah, this run has poured a bucket of water on any ember of a potential comeback.
41 seconds left to play in the fourth. To the middle. Here's Kaman. No good, and they can't put it into the drought.
I know he's on a cold streak, but he can't let that get in his head.
Yeah, they might want to draw some.
Whoa! Oh, sweet move. Yeah, they blocked out the noise, blocked out the distractions, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
It is always a special feeling winning on the road. The degree of difficulty adding to that sense of accomplishment.
Here's Simonovic. The visiting club takes the win on the road. To walk into enemy territory and deliver a performance like that, that says a lot about this squad.
They really came in looking confident and didn't let anything shake them. This is what a dominant team looks like.
And that about wraps it up. For Grant Hill, Stan Van Gundy, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson.